Hello! Welcome to In Ear Fetish. I'm your host, Zeos Pantera of Z Reviews and his other channels. Thank you for supporting this channel. Wallpaper in the Wallpaper Horde. And today, we've got two double Ds. We got, right, well, we have this brand. Can you tell me what that says? I'll give you a clue. Every place ever on the physical package is all that cursive script of what that's supposed to say. What is it supposed to say? Do you get it? Have you got it yet? Here, it's on the instruction manual. It's in the instruction manual. It's on the it's on the cover of the case. Look at it. Ooh, yeah. I found it one place in the book, and then when you go to the actual website, they can't put that stupid cursive script in text. That is the CKLVX, because that's what you put in weird cursive writing. And this is the CK-62D for 2 dynamics, 6 balanced armature, Meyer Audio IEM, Meyer, M-Y-E-R. Anyway, they're $212 currently, and that is an absolute understatement of a wallpaper, because when you have 2 dynamics, and it's a 10 and an 8, so there's 6 balanced armatures, usually enough to do any IEM just in general. Then there's 2 DDs, and they're not sandwiching and do the thing. There's a 10 and a slightly smaller 8, and they're both doing bass. And the other 6 balanced armatures are just filling me up to the brim with sound. I am a flush with audio. I knew something was weird about these IEMs, by the way, because I have a very weird selection of amplifiers currently on the table. I whipped out the FIO K19 because I needed something dead neutral, and this is a studio amplifier, or amp DAC, I should say, and I will eventually get to the full review on the main channel. I've just been real bad at it, and that's like my, okay, let me hear what this sounds like with no coloration. And then I moved over to, the Atom 2 here, which is also a pretty linear amplifier, but we're using the big Daisy DAC down there, and that's got some flavor to it, so we're getting a little more milk on our tres leche. And then if we move over to something that's like the World Ender solid state, which is what the ADI 2-4 Pro is, it's like, God damn, why does everything sound the best out of you? And then, of course, if you've watched my main channel review of the Sparkos Gemini, which this one particularly has the Wyatt tube in it, this is that $1,000 hybrid thing, then it's a whole different fucking sound. So the dual dynamics have got to be the reason why it just sounds different on every damn amplifier. Never bad. It never sounds bad. It only just sounds nicer. So as much as I would absolutely give them like a 9 out of 10, maybe more, straight out of the K19, which is the nothing amplifier. It's just nothing. It's nothing. There's nothing. It's not adding anything. And then you start dicking around with things that can add things, and it's like, ooh. And this is when I talked to DMS about that video. It was like, amps don't make a difference. Well, actually, he did a burn-in thing. I think amps still make a difference. Amps still make a difference is someone else's argument. So they need to see me after class. So these IEMs, right? The best thing that can happen on an IEM is that I put them in my ears, and I try to ignore them. That's one of the prerequisites for when I'm doing a review. Obviously, I don't spend days and days and days with every IEM. That would be, I'd have to quit every other thing I do, just do IEMs, and probably reduce it down to 2 a week. So I sit down here and I put the IEMs in, and I pick a specific tip. I started out with the Duno SS tips, and then I was like, all right, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm going to recommend these highly. Let's swap over to the render tips, which, by the way, are my best-selling collab. Thank you all for supporting that. Because those are foam-filled silicone, so you really get a seal. And anytime you have low end and you want more low end, or you want to sort of isolate the sound, that's what the render tips are for. Named after summertime rendering. A Disney Jail anime that everyone should have fucking seen because it was amazing. So I was sitting here, and that was the wallpaper I picked, and I usually go through the wallpapers for a while before it was like that one. I saw it, I'm like, that's what it sounds like. We have a fullness of sound that is hard to beat, period. And I hate everything about the naming of this, the style. I mean, here's the thing. The wire, perfectly fine. More than acceptable, except for the fact that the detachable head is just a friction mount, and it feels like I'm going to break it every time I go to take it out because there's so much dead space. So you got this like notch way, and then you go in, and it's like, all right, and then we got to go in, and then we got to go in, and then we got to go in, and then we got to go in. And then you have this huge triangular fucker at the end, which you got a choice of 3.5 or 4.4. So I wish they were able to compact this down in some way. It's a lot. I do like the fact that it is balanced. I'm running... Everything on my desk is balanced, and if it's not, just get an adapter to use, because you could use balanced equipment, just non-balanced with The looks of these things are, they really went with this. You know what? I'm literally looking at it, and I can't tell you the fuck they're called. The CKLVX. So Calvin Klein Louis Vuitton X. Cool. That's what we're going with. That's how I'm going to remember it. Obviously, the Calvin Klein. I mean, first of all, look at this box. Would you have thought that Zeos is going to pull out a fucking 9 or 9.5 or a 10 with just this box, with this art saying high performance in your monitor? There's nothing. There's nothing here. What are you doing? Yet I'm going to give these a full-fledged recommendation because they sound fucking great. All right, we got to get off just saying great. I got to say other things. So we're going to put these massive, and they are thick. You don't put a 10 and 8 and then 6 BAs and an IM and have it be small. So it is a thick boy. We got our vent there. It's a 2-wire. It is actually a flush 2-wire, yet they're using a wire that has a deep insert section, so it kind of sticks out weird. I feel like this company doesn't actually exist, and it just exists on paper, so they could sell this product. But I'm all for this. Turns out Calvin Klein Louis Vuitton X is one of my favorite IM makers. All right, I haven't done much on... You see, I'm spoiled because I have the Gremlin here. That's the Apos Gremlin. But I've got the way more tube-ness Gemini. I forgot how to review things. It hurts my brain. Because there's songs that have come on and enthralled me. Ooh, perfect. X-Men, First Class, Cold War. Bass response just goes... And we got the bass. But it's not an overbearing bass. It's not like... Well, even Eris doesn't do that. Oh... These are an exciting place to be. They're clean, they're clear, they're not super soundstagey, but they react to different amplifiers. You can get like tube width out of it, tube warmth. These will raise your heart rate. Like, this is an exciting song playing. So there are basically two types of IEMs that I absolutely adore. There are the ones that take you and put you to sleep. I'm okay with those. I'm okay with an IEM that's like, hey, here's all the music we want to listen to, but we're not going to hurt you with it. We're just going to sort of like back it up and smooth it out, and it's going to be nice and calm. And then there's this type of IEM, which is not that, which is the you just paid $48 for a fucking movie ticket and a large popcorn, and you want to have your chest ripped out of your, well, chest, with explosions and car chase scenes and the music of Hans Zimmer, and you want that's these. These are that side. Whereas I'm not listening to the music and just being like transported away to a soft spa in Naples. I am transported away in the back of a trunk to Harlem. It's about to go down. Everything I listen to sounds like the end of the Avengers, when there's fucking dinosaurs crashing through buildings and the Hulk is like, smash. That's the event that is currently playing around in my head. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just went to the Kill La Kill soundtrack. Can I get this to play on speakers? I think I can if I go here, output select, pre-out, and then we pray. Oh, get out of there. Why do you do that? Why does it do that? Hold on, I'm going to have to pop it here. Yeah, like, that's perfect for this. And now I need to turn that off because it's just going to get me copyright struck. Megalobox. Prague Philharmonic. What is this? Klingon Attack. All right, I got to get this out of that mode. I guess I could just... Actually, you know what would be easier? Get out. I just change it to an input that it doesn't have. So if I go to like coaxial. There, now it shouldn't play. Yeah, this is an exciting set of IEMs. This might be one of the more forward-sounding, aggressive-sounding, enjoyable IEMs. They're a cup of coffee in the evening, in the morning, whenever the fuck you're listening. Gorilla's Ghost Train. I hear the hiss in the track. I know this song. I know Gorilla Ghost Train. And there's like a hiss in the back of the track. And a different style of IEM would probably like reduce the hiss, let it all go down. Just let it be good. No, this is like Ghost Train. Ghost Train. This is Matthew McConaughey when he's hard acting, not Matthew McConaughey when he's slowly talking like this. This is I'm Matthew McConaughey from that movie with the dragons. Fuck! It's one of my favorite movies with him in it. He's the most badass that's ever existed in that movie. And Rain of Fire. He's intense, and this is intense. Gee, you know what? I'm actually gonna... All right. I was gonna recommend them fully with the render tips, but... here's the thing. I'm a reviewer. I like extremes. I'm bored of the middle. The middle is 80% of my life is the middle. And I want something that's going to literally cause me to shit my pants or put me to sleep because it's so smooth. I'm down for that. That's my thing. So let's try to make these a little more middle. I've got the wide tip velvets. So you see they're huge bore. Let's pause that for a second. Put this in. They are so smooth. Like feeling with my body. Okay, there's your... Wow, these are really tunable with an IEM tip. Because I started with the SS's and I was sold. And then I went to these and it's like intensity upgrade. And now these are like Ghost Train. I backed up to Ghost Train. Although I will say, a little bit of the S's maybe come out a little bit harder with this, but no, it's still a fucking world class IEM. I love this price range. I love the under 300, over 150 IEMs because there's so much variety. Because it's not like, oh, you're $700 IEM and above, you are in the high end and you have expectations to uphold. Under $150 is like, whatever, we're just selling affordable IEMs. This is like that range at 210 to 250 to 280, where they're actually like, no, I know this is not a cheap investment, but look, we're standing out. They just want to stand out. The fact that it has 2 DDs and 6 BAs... Come out of here. Let's go back into here. Yeah. Yes. A little bit with this tip, a little bit smoother delivery. I want to see if I get my best bass playlist. Hold on. Oh yeah, you're not worrying about bass. It's not as much as the render tips, but it's still enough to get you like out of bed in the morning. Shooting party? extend the 80s alternate mix. Oh, it's an actual. So yeah, I would say get these. Try them on every amplifier you got, because it's going to sound a little different. And try with every tip you got, because it's going to sound a little different. These are a 9. Easy 9. I hate everything about what that box looks like and says. Monty Python is currently talking in the back of my head, which is... Some people pay for that.
Everything on this record has been designed to meet the exacting standards.
So, other than the size being massive, I like the wire, although it sticks out. I don't exactly love the end. They're comfortable, but they're gigantic. You get just basically a handful of tips and a nice little zipper box that also says Calvin Klein Louis Vuitton X, but you can't read it. So this is one of those, like who fucking made this decision to make this a brand? Oh, God. I know there's that whole thing, like in China, where they have to make new brands so they can constantly supersede the old brands. It's a whole weird thing. And, like, the outside, it doesn't look as good as it does on the webpage. This is a little bit more subdued. I mean, you basically got bright gold letters that you don't know what they say. You will never know what that says unless you look it up. And they have this slight bit of red back there, and it could almost be beautiful. But these are getting a 9 based on their sound alone, which is fucking rare. Because usually, if this had accessories, and I mean like good accessories, looked a little nicer, I would have a hard time not giving these a 10. But because of this, because I don't think they're going to take off. You're never going to hear someone talking about it unless you go to the Hi-Fi Guides forum and make a thread about it. You're not going to hear anyone talking about the CKLVX CK-D62. This is not going to happen. But I really do enjoy the way they sound. They're kicking ass and taking names and feeding me every single bit of the music that is out there. It's like, here you go. Here it is. Here it is all the time. As hard as I want to give it to you, take it, you bad, bad boy. And I'm like, oh, all right, mommy. I'll take whatever you want. Desk mat on Reddit. Wallpaper in the Wallpaper Horde. Links to these. I'll see if they're on Amazon as well. I know they're on Hi-Fi Go here with no reviews because no one knows what like even the Mayer Audio. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Mirror Audio. Nowhere on the box. Nothing says Mirror. It just says CKLVX 62DDD. Shut up. Shut up. Ear cushion part. Oh, man. Look, there's a pretty measurement. Yeah, that wood is... It's not even the greatest looking wood on this, but it's got everything it needs to make a solid 9 out of 10 IEM. The price isn't super... If it was $500 for these, I'd certainly complain. But for how good they sound, and they sound like a high-quality IEM, doing their high-quality forcefulness of sound, I'm fine. Under $250, I'm fine. Anyway, I'm going to stop this. I got to do some more of these tonight. We'll do this 81T butterflies, because they look very, very similar. Anyway, Patreon subscribe to support this channel. Thank you for stopping by. Check out my other channels, and I'll talk to you later. Button.